Hello everyone, welcome back to class. Today we are going to start a new chapter of class 8, measurement. Mensuration. What is mensuration? Mensuration chapter 9 of class 8. Let us see what is mensuration. Mensuration is a branch of mathematics which deals with the measurement of 2D and 3D shapes. Measurement of 2D and 3D shapes. On what factor it will measure? It will measure based upon length, volume, shape, surface area. These are the factors that we are including in measuring. Okay, now see what is 2D and 3D shapes. Mensuration again, what is mensuration? Mensuration is related to measurement and measurement of 2D and 3D figures based upon the factors such as length, volume, shape and surface areas. Okay, now these are 2D and 3D figures. What are 2D and 3D figures? 2D means 2 dimension, which is just 2 dimension, and 3D means 3 dimensions, means there are just 2 dimensions of measuring, length and breadth. Length and breadth, and there are 3 dimensions of measuring, like length, breadth and height. Length, breadth and height. Length, breadth and height. These are 2D and 3D figures. Okay, now see what is perimeter. What is perimeter? As the factor was length. Now in 2D shapes and 3D shapes, what does it mean? Perimeter. What is perimeter? Suppose this digital board is visible to you. Now if I have to find out its perimeter, then I have to move along its boundary. I have to move along its boundary. Sum of length of all sides of a figure is called its perimeter. If I will add these all boundary of this board, then I will get perimeter of this one board. That is perimeter. Complete distance around a figure. That is its perimeter. Okay. Next term is area. What is area? Region enclosed by a closed figure. Region bounded by a closed figure. Suppose take an example of this board only. These are the boundaries of this one board, and this one surface, that surface is visible to you. This is the region. This is called area of this board. Area of this board. Region enclosed by a closed figure. Region, area, or the region, this is the region enclosed by a closed figure. That is called its area. What definition you will write? Region enclosed by a closed figure. A closed figure is called area. Is called area of that figure, or region bounded by the closed figure. Region bounded by the closed figure. Suppose this is a closed figure and this is the region bounded by this closed figure. This portion is called its area. And what is boundary? Boundary will be, this is boundary of this figure, and this is called perimeter of this figure. Whenever I will add these all boundary of this figure, then I will get perimeter, and the area enclosed by this closed figure is called its area. Now you can see one example of 2D shape. This board is representing 2D figure. This plane surface is representing 2D figure. This is 2 dimensions. Next is about 2D and 3D shapes we are going to discuss. What are 2D and 3D shapes? As I told you, 2D shapes are those figures which has just 2 dimension, length and breadth. We can measure their area, perimeter on the factor of just length and breadth. That are 2D figures. There are examples of 2D figure like square, rectangle, circle, parallelogram, rhombus, and all polygons. These are examples of 2D shapes. This circle is also a 2D figure, this square is also a 2D figure, and this rectangle is also a 2D figure. Means these contain just length and breadth. These figures. Only two factors of measurement, they will contain length and breadth. There is no height. Such figures are called 2D figures. Like all polygons. What are polygons? A closed figure made up of line segment, that is polygon. A closed figure made up of line segment. This is called polygon. Now, types of polygon, like a polygon which contain 3 sides is called triangle, 4 sides quadrilateral. These can be regular or irregular also. Now these all polygons are 2D shapes, and some special shapes that we are going to discuss in this lecture, that are square, rectangle, parallelogram, rhombus, trapezium, circle. These are 2D shapes. And in this whole chapter, we will center around to find perimeter and area of 2D and 3D shapes. Let us see. About this square and rectangle, I want to find out their perimeter and area. This square and rectangle, let us consider what is property of square. Square contain all sides equal. If it is A, then it also A, and A. All sides are equal. Diagonals are equal and bisect each other at 90 degree. Each angle is of 90 degree. These are the some property of the square. And what is rectangle property? This rectangle, first of all, it will contain opposite sides equal. Consider if it is L and it is B, then this one will be L. Opposite of this L is this one side, and opposite of this will be B only. Opposite sides are equal, diagonals are equal and bisect each other, and each angle is of 90 degree. These are the property of rectangle. Let us see how we can find out their areas and perimeter. We will talk about first their perimeters. As I told you, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the sum of length of all boundaries. If I need to find out perimeter of this square, then I have to move around its boundary from there to there and there. Now, if I will add all sides of the square, then I will get perimeter of this square. Let side of square is A, then sum of length of all boundaries will be A plus A plus A plus A. That is 4 times of A. So what is perimeter of square? Perimeter of square is 4 into side. 4 into side. And what will be its area? Area will be area of square is side into side. Then if we will multiply side and side of square, then we will get its area. In this side is A into A, that is A square. So area of square is A square, and what is perimeter of square? 4A square. Now perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle what will be perimeter of rectangle? Add these all sides. If you have to find out perimeter of this rectangle, then move along its boundary. Then it will be L plus B plus L plus B. That is 2 times L and 2 times B. Now take 2 common, L plus B. This is perimeter of rectangle. And what will be area of rectangle? Area of rectangle will be length into breadth. That is L into B. This L stands for length and B stands for breadth. This is breadth and this L stands for length of rectangle. Okay. Now in 2D shapes we studied about square and rectangle. Perimeter of square will be sum of length of all sides, that is 4a square, and what will be its area? Area will be side into side, that is a square. And perimeter of rectangle is 2 into L plus B, 2 multiplied L plus B, and perimeter of rectangle is L into B. Next 2D shapes is rhombus. Next is rhombus. So what are the properties of rhombus? All sides are equal. Let us consider this side is A, this also A, this also A, and next also A. First property of rhombus is all sides are equal. Diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. This part is equals to this one and this one part is equals to this one. Now see its perimeter and area, how we can find out. Its perimeter and area. What will be formula for finding its perimeter? Perimeter of rhombus is 4 into side, because all sides are equal. If you will add A plus A plus A, then you will get 4 times of A. That is 4 into side. Side is A. And what will be its area? Area of rhombus is 1 by 2 into D1 into D2. D1 into D2 mean, say this is diagonal 1 and this is diagonal 2. D stands for diagonal. Area of rhombus will be 1 by 2 into D1 into D2. And D stands for diagonal. Next 2D shape is circle. What is next 2D shape? Circle. Next 2D shape is circle. Draw one circle. This is circle. Now see, this is center of the circle. Center of circle. And it is drawn with this radius. Say this is R. This is R. Circle. Say center is O. Center is O. In this is a round figure. This is a round figure. In little figure, where we are getting edges, like we are getting edges of this board, there we are using perimeter word. And this is round figure, circular figure. Then in place of perimeter, I will use circumference of circle. Circumference of circle. Circumference of circle means you have to move along its boundary. That is 2 pi r. 2 pi r. This r is radius of circle. R is radius of circle. And now see, what is pi? Pi is one value we are using according to your class, that is 22 by 7 or 3.14. But pi contain its importance, more importance in itself rather than these values. So in any another video we will discuss about this pi. Circumference of circle is 2 pi r, and area of circle is pi r square. Area of circle is pi r. Now let us see how this pi r square came. Area of circle. This is circle with radius r. Now divide this circle into fine sectors. Start dividing. And arrange these sector in such a way, then some sector upward and some sectors downward. Let us, if you will pick up this one sector, then it will look like, and the next sector you have to arrange downward, the next upward. In alternate ways you have to keep arranging. Okay, now further, if you will divide your circle into more fine sectors in this way, and if you will arrange, then what figure you will get? You will get in this way. In this way, you have to arrange some sector upward and some sectors downward. Now see, and further you have to divide your circle into more fine and fine sectors. After dividing, then you have to arrange in same way. Arrange. Then after arranging, approximately after arranging your sectors, some upward and some downward, you will get one rectangle shape. What shape you will get? One rectangle shape. After dividing this circle into infinitely many small sectors and after arranging, you are going to get one rectangle. Now see, after dividing your sector in this circle into infinitely many small sectors, and after rearrangement of these sectors, some in this way, some upward and some downwards, we will get one rectangle shape exactly. Let us see these sectors. This is the boundary of this circle, and which is length is equals to 2 pi r. Length of this boundary is circumference of circle, and circumference of circle is 2 pi r. Let us see this circumference, half I divided downward and half I divided arranged upward. Half these sectors I arranged downward and half these sectors I arranged upward. It's been this 2 pi r, half I arranged downward and half I arranged upward. Now see, from the center to this boundary, this was radius. Now this will be radius. Now you will see this ABCD is a rectangle. A, B, C, D. is a rectangle. Area of rectangle we know. Area, before writing area, let us define its length and breadth. This A, B, C, D is a rectangle, and length of rectangle is length of rectangle. What is length of rectangle? Length of rectangle is pi r. Pi r. Length of rectangle is pi r. And what is breadth of this rectangle? R. Breadth of rectangle is r. So what will be area? Area of rectangle, L into B, that is pi r into r. Answer is pi r square. And this area of rectangle is equals to area of circle. Area of circle, because from this circle only we have converted into this shape of rectangle. So area of this rectangle will be area of circle. What is area of circle now? Pi r square. We come to know that how this area of circle is pi r square. Simply you have to divide your circle into small parts. That small parts are called segment. These sectors, and these sectors you have to arrange some upward and some downward. And after arranging this, keep division of your circle into more and more fine sectors, and then arrange. After arrangement, finally you will get one rectangle, a rectangle with length pi r and breadth r. Then find out area of this rectangle. Area of rectangle is L into B, length into breadth, that is pi r into r. Answer is pi r square. Next 2D shape is parallelogram. What is next 2D shape? Parallelogram. So this is shape of parallelogram. Say A, B, C, D. What is definition of parallelogram? One pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. Parallelogram. One pair of opposite sides are equal and parallel. That is parallelogram. If perimeter you have to find out,